What's up, guys? Welcome to another review of The Walking Dead. This one is the new Season 5, Episode 1 that just came out not that long ago, about the other day, or yesterday, whatever the fuck that was. I didn't get to watch it the night it came out. I actually just watched it now, and holy shit, I don't even know the name of it. The name of the episode will be on the top. Like, I immediately got finished watching it, and I just went and plopped down and do this review. Spoilers. Okay, so to recap what happened in the last season. If you guys know, in the last season, they were captured by the people in Terminus, and it turns out everyone in Terminus is a fucking cannibal. I was looking forward to this season for a long time, and that's because you're no longer just against zombies, you're against fucking humans, and that can be worse in many ways. And, you know, our crew was captured and all that. And they're preparing, you know, they're making weapons in the shed, you know, they broke off pieces of wood, they're sharpening the fuck out of them. Watches that they have with the chains are sharpening up, they're fucking wrapping belts, taking the belt buckle off and making claws and crap, like, they're making what they can. And when they're ready, like, as soon as they come out, fucking aim for their eyes and then the throat. And, they fucking get flashbanged over the top, which they were not expecting. And then our characters go out, right? Or they take some of our people out. So they had Rick, Glenn, Daryl, and Bob was his name. Bob, the black dude. I think his name was Bob. They take him out. And the only reason why I remember his name is because Bob is so generic. How can you forget? But anyway, they take them out. You know, they put them like, you know, those containers where pigs eat out of. Well, they zip-tie their arms and feet down while they're in the crouching position, and they have them crouched over this bucket. One by one, they're batting their heads from the back and then slitting their throats to have the blood pour into what's basically a drain for the, you know, to drain out the blood. Of course, it's all the random people who die first. Of course, you know, like somebody has to die. Okay. I've been saying this for the last, what, 2 years? I mean, I reviewed all of Season 4, as I think I did. Maybe the second half or whatever I reviewed. I don't quite remember. But I was saying since Season 3, someone has to die. And it's like, one by one, they're dying slowly. You know, the last person who died was Herschel, right? Like, you know, one of our characters, not the bad guys. Herschel, who was a great character, but he died in what? The second half of Season 4, you know, the very beginning of it. So it's like, dude, it's like someone has to die. You know, usually in like Season 1 or Season 2, you see these people where your teammates are dying, you know, one after the other throughout the season. It's like, I'm hoping that's what happens here. And I know that sucks to say. It's like, but don't you want these characters to live? Yes, I do. But I want to feel that feeling of tension again. There's no tension, which there is a little bit in this episode. I'll give it that. There is tension. This is actually a great episode. I know I'm starting off a little negative, but this is a great episode, okay? Great episode all around. I just have a couple of nitpicks in my own opinion about wanting these characters to die. At least one of them. Just give me that feeling like, oh shit, no, why? You know, I want that feeling. That's the point of a survival horror show, at least in my opinion. To be scared for these characters, and I'm not scared for any of them because I feel like, oh no, Daryl, he'll live. You know what I mean? It's like, just kill somebody. And like, I love how, like, in this episode, they're teasing killing Glenn. And you know how they went in the trailer, they show him getting hit by the bat, or about to get hit by the bat? Fucking like 3 times! They're like, huh? Oh, what was that? Huh? What'd you say? Huh? Explosion. Like, what the fuck? 3 times you're threatening to kill him, and you're just toying with us now. I'm pretty sure they're doing it on purpose, so they're probably like laughing at people like me, like laughing at people like me who are just like, kill someone. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, if you think you got me by the balls, you're completely wrong. I'm about ready to punch you, okay? Just kill someone. But anyway. Once they get out of that, like, there's an explosion, and then they kind of show why there's an explosion, and it turns out, one other nitpick, and this is the only one I pretty much have in this episode, besides the not killing, which is not really the episode's fault. Carol and Tyrese with the baby, they come through, you know, they're going on the tracks, and there's this horde of zombies, right? And they're trying to stay away from them, and there's gunshots going happening toward Terminus, and so the zombies get distracted. And so they're leaving and going around, and there's this guy, right, from Terminus. And he's talking on the walkie-talkie. Carol just so happens to hear everything from, from being from Terminus, and how we got the girl with the sword, and the boy, and all that. And then Carol pulls a pistol out onto the guy's head, and it's like, yeah, I'm friends with that woman with the sword, and blah 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 blah. It's like, so like, okay, so Carol would not even have saved Rick and them, and she did not overhear this conversation. Okay, it's like it's just so convenient. You know what I mean? It's like, I know it's a show. They have to do something to progress it, and I know I should let I can believe a lot. Trust me, I can deal with a lot of shit. This is so just so they can progress it. You know what I mean? But anyway, it leads to good shit though. Either way. So she comes, she leaves Tyrese with the guy who's tied up by a seatbelt. And it's like the whole time Tyrese is waiting in this cabin with them, and it's like, okay, like, why don't you kill this guy? I mean, he's obviously not a good guy, you know what I mean? Something's gonna happen, and of course, when Tyrese is looking out the window, he sees zombies are starting to approach. This guy grabs the baby, Judith, by the neck, and is like, "You better drop your weapons. Drop your weapons. It's just one easy twist, threatening to break the baby's neck." Tyrese, the noble guy he is, he's like, "Don't kill her." He goes out with the zombies. You would think, "Oh man, Tyrese can't handle those zombies and shit." Like, dude, he handled a lot more in like the season before that. All with a fucking hammer and a horde, which no one understands how he got out of in the first place. You think you can't handle 3, 4 zombies? Whatever. Like, no, he's okay. And then the guy, he has a shank in his hand, and, he's getting closer to the door, and then boom, Tyrese comes in like motherfucking Superman, tackles his ass football style, smashes his hand on the fucking ground, makes him drop the knife, and he's like punching his fucking face, because the conversation that they had before was that, like, you just get used to the bullshit, right? And Tyrese is like, no, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to killing. I'm not used to killing zombies or, living the way they do. And then, so he's punching this guy in the face repeatedly, not even stabbing him, just fucking punching him. And it's like, I think he was yelling, like, I'm not gonna get used to it. No, like, basically, and just keeps fucking knocking his fucking face in, man. And then we cut off back to the rescue with Carol and all them, and they're going out, Carol, meanwhile, is looking around. She's trying to be sure she can find her friends, and she finds some of the weapons, the crossbow and stuff. Funny enough, they don't bring the sword back, unless they plan to go back to get it, or they plan to go back to Terminus, which I'll get back to in just a second, or get to in just a second. But she finds the crossbow, and that's pretty much all she took from there, actually. She walks into that ritual area, meets the one bitch who cooks the meat, shoots her in the leg, leaves her for dead with zombies, and of course, like I said, Carol's is covered up in zombie guts and shit. I don't know if I brought that up, actually. Yeah, she's covered in zombie guts, which is why she's able to blend in. So the zombies completely ignore her when she opens the door and just goes straight for the bitch who's screaming on the top of her lungs with a bullet through her leg. Awesome action, by the way. Awesome action. Everyone's getting fucked up. The guys are just freaking awesome as hell. Like, Rick has like the knife in his hand. He's in that, like, I'm about to stab you position. He's crouched in. He sees all the guys shooting the zombies off. The guys from Terminus. They're going through. You can see them from the rear view mirror glass on the ground from the police car or whatever car it was. And they're going, and he's waiting to the last guy. And then he comes in, kills the guy, grabs his gun, shoots all of them down, and they're not all dead, so of course the zombies are coming down for the pickings, the buffet open. And they all work together though. The whole group is still working together and all that shit, and it's awesome to see. And it's not so unrealistic where it's like fucking one swipe of the sword, the head completely comes off. Now it's actually like, you cut the neck, the head's barely hanging, or the head's, not cut all the way through and all that. And it looks more realistic the way it is. It's not all, the special effects don't look completely fucked up. Except for, like, one occasion where someone's getting their face bit off and it looks like fucking liquid jello. Leaking all over his face and shit. And then one point where, like, Carol must have the best aim ever with fucking, fireworks or whatever, because she was shooting this gas tank and she shoots a firework at it, but it doesn't even look like it's aimed at it. It's like it's aimed above. Like, you know, fireworks go up unless you aim it in a certain direction. And I can't really believe that. Like the tank is all the way down there. She's up here. She has the thing up aimed over here, and it just happens to go like this. Or it doesn't look like it goes over there. It just shoots. Then the thing blows up. You know, you don't even see the firework go down or hit it. I don't know how that works. I don't know. It just didn't seem that believable to me. But then the fire blows up or the gas blows up and all that kind of shit. And that's how she made the rescue possible. But yeah. Also, they all get back together. Obviously, at the end, Tyrese, Carol, they all meet up. Everyone's together. They're hugging. They're crying. And oh my God, Rick and his daughter's back together with the son. And it's like they're all good. They're all happy. The three strangers or whatever, the army guys or whatever. The Nigel was his name. The scientist explains who he is. Like that. Like he was in a team of scientists that were supposed to battle biological weapons with other biological weapons and whatever, and he thinks if he can just switch a couple of things, he could fight fire with fire, basically, which, these are fucking zombies. What do you think he's gonna fight off zombies? I'm just curious, maybe another virus that eats them alive or some shit, you know, from the inside or what, I don't fucking know. I just can't imagine this going in a good direction. But they kind of leave a little cliffhanger ending, not a cliffhanger ending, but one of the guys says something that's like, yeah, we'll talk to him, but just not right now, you know what I mean? So that they're interested in checking out what's going to happen next. Overall, this episode was very good. You know, I had a couple of nitpicks, but really minor, because the whole episode was really fucking good overall. I just never felt the tension where it's like, someone's going to die. All the time. At first I was like, oh man, it's new season, they're going to kill someone to start it off, right? I'm like, at first I was, until they started teasing the fact that, oh, I'm gonna kill Glenn. Oh. Boom! No, they just cock tease. Then after that, I was like, yep, no one's gonna die. That's what I believe, and that's what happened. But anyway, what did you guys think of the episode? And if you guys saw it, let me know your opinion. You know, everyone has their own opinion. So hey, if you liked the episode, if you hate it, tell me why and whatnot. I thought it was a very good episode. It's off to a great start. At least it's not like season 3 where it's just complete annoyance. So, yay. Oh, now one thing I forgot was, like I said, I was going to get back to it, was the whole going back to Terminus thing. Because Rick doesn't want any of those motherfuckers alive, because they're cannibals. You know, no one should have to see that sort of thing. You know, how they're cutting humans like you know, like the cattle. You know, they're just meat. You know. And that affected him, because especially when he saw all the bodies, you know, dismembered, hanging from the ceiling and shit, like they're fucking, you know, cows. You know, it's, you know, it fucks with them. So he's like, no, we're gonna kill him. At the end, after he sees his daughter, though, they're like, we gotta get far away from here. So maybe he changed his mind. I'm not really sure about that. We'll see. It's only episode 1, so we'll see what happens. But there's also a little other something else that they showed at the end was, the place was a sanctuary before Terminus. Like, all the people who were cannibals weren't cannibals. It was an actual sanctuary until these people broke in, you know, all kinds of rapists and murderers. They raped all the women and everything, killed the people, you know, the bad people that just laughed in your face and all that kind of shit, right? You know, very demented. And they broke out and took back Terminus, apparently. Kind of like how Rick and them, you know, got out and basically killed everybody and all that kind of shit. So, we'll have to see what happens there. Like, you don't know if all the rapists are dead either. You know, they probably took Terminus back, but who knows what happens to everyone else, or, you know, so it could lead to some things. But anyway, enough dragging this review on. I'm sure I was rambling a bunch of bullshit, but I was just trying to remember every fucking detail that I saw in this episode, which is, yeah, great episode in my opinion. I'm not going to give a score. I'm going to score the season overall by the season finale, maybe the first half season finale, and then I'll start reviewing the second half and then give that season a score, then maybe give the season overall its own score. So anyway, Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time for The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 2, where nobody's gonna die.